15 picks for the 2022-2023 NFL season. We're finally back to every single team being here. The bye weeks are all done. Everybody's on level terms. Everybody has played the same amount of games up to this point. So starting off with the Thursday night matchup, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. I think the 49ers should honestly run away with this one. I think their defense is going to be way too much for the Seattle Seahawks, especially if they're playing without Kenneth Walker or even DJ Dallas. Like, the Seahawks they're not going to be able to keep up. They might put up some points, but at the end of the day, I think Brock Purdy keeps his undefeated streak alive. Well, I say that, but he's 1-0 as a starter. Miami game, that doesn't count, but he ended up winning that game for the Niners. But anyways, I think the Niners run away with this one, and I got them winning this one by a final score of 24-10 over the Seattle Seahawks. Then we'll go to the Saturday games. We have the Colts at the Vikings. The Colts are coming off of their bye week and coming off of one of their worst games of the season, getting their butts absolutely handed to them by the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, the Vikings, they didn't have much better of a performance. They kind of got their butts kicked by Detroit, who's kind of on a bit of a hot streak. We'll get to the Detroit game in just a second, but I think the Vikings should be able to bounce back here against the Colts. I think at this point, the Indianapolis Colts season is just in shambles, and they have almost no shot to make it to the playoffs, if I'm being honest with you. But I think the Vikings should be able to get it right, and I think they should be able to pull away and win this by a final score of 30-13. Following that, you got the Ravens at the Browns. This one I think could actually be a somewhat competitive game. I could see this being a low-scoring game. I don't think Lamar Jackson's playing in this game. Deshaun Watson has not looked good. The Ravens' defense didn't look half bad. So I think if the Ravens' defense can take advantage of a bad Steelers team, then I think they can take advantage of a bad Browns team, offensively speaking. I think the defenses will shine here, but I got the Ravens winning this one, not by a whole lot. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Browns win this one. I got the Ravens winning this one by a final score of, call it 17-14, I guess. Next up should be a more entertaining game. You got the Miami Dolphins at the Bills. Oh, man, dude. We have a chance to really make a statement here on Saturday night. We got a chance to get just that much closer to locking up the AFC East. And I think the Bills get the job done here on Saturday. They're going to be at home. They're not going to have to play in Miami. They're getting a lot of their guys back. They didn't have Poyer. They didn't have White. They didn't have all these guys. They didn't have a lot of the guys that they do now. And so I think the Bills will use that to their advantage. And even though both these offenses are struggling, I trust Buffalo's offense a little bit more because they've actually put up 20-plus points the last 2 weeks. And their defense of Buffalo has looked so good. So good. Miami's defense hasn't looked horrible, but it's not exactly the most intimidating. I think the Bills could definitely run away with this one if Miami makes enough mistakes, but I don't think Miami does, despite it being in the cold. But I think Buffalo wins in these harsh conditions. I got them winning by a final score of 30-17. Sorry, Dolphins fans. And I don't know if we should talk about this one. Kansas City wins like 38-7. I don't know. Texans should not be able to keep this close again, like they did with the Cowboys. I think the Chiefs kind of run away with this one. Next up is that's one of the 1 o'clock games. We'll get to that in just a second. Next up, we got the Steelers at the Panthers. I actually have the Steelers winning this one. I don't know why. I feel like Mike Tomlin's going to come out and win this one. He's a better coach. I feel like this Steelers team is better coached. And I think they're definitely got enough talent on the defensive side of the ball and a little bit more offensively than the Panthers. I don't like Sam Darnold at all. I really don't. I like Pickett over Darnold. That's just me. I never liked Sam Darnold. I never liked him going into the NFL's draft. I never liked him when he was on the Jets, and I never like him, and I don't like him now. I don't see any reason why the Panthers should be winning this game other than the Steelers might turn the ball over a lot. That's the only scenario I can think of, but I don't think that happens. Steelers win in a low-scoring game 14-10. Next up, we got the Cowboys at the Jags. Now, the Cowboys are coming off of a kind of a close loss to the Texans, which doesn't sound right to me. Jaguars, however, coming off of a blowout win over the Titans, or kind of a blowout win. Lawrence showed up, and I think if the same Jaguars from last week show up, there's no reason to believe that the Jaguars couldn't pull off an upset. But I think the Cowboys will probably end up winning this game. I could see it being somewhat close and high scoring. But at the end of the day, I think the Cowboys get the job done. And honestly, I think the Jaguars are a lot better than what they were a season ago. I think I would be shocked, though, to see the Jags win, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I think the Jags can make it at the very least entertaining. I get the Cowboys winning this one 34-28. I think this could be a high-scoring affair. Following that, you get the Lions at the Jets. Now, I know a lot of people are starting to pick the Lions, and I know the Lions are on this hot streak, but I'm actually going to pick the Jets this week. The reason I'm picking the Jets, their defense, I think, is going to be too much for Goff. The Lions' defense isn't exactly all that great, so I think even if Mike White is injured, I think he can still take advantage of that Detroit defense. And I don't see the Lions slicing and dicing the Jets' defense, if I'm being honest with you. The Lions are going to win this game. It's probably going to be a low-scoring game. They're not going to put up... I don't think they're going to put up 30 points unless most of the Jets starters don't play this week. I can't see a world where the Lions are putting up 30 points in the Jets. That's just my opinion. I think the Jets end up winning this game. I think they can win as long as it's low-scoring, and I think the Jets are going to keep it low-scoring. And I got the New York Jets winning this one. I got them winning it 17-13. Next up, you get the Falcons at the Saints. I think the Saints are going to win this one. I think they were able to do it in week 1. I can't see them losing it here. This defense is absolutely great. You got a rookie quarterback in Desmond Ridder. It's his first ever NFL start. I don't think the Falcons are going to get out of here with a win. It's going to be close as this NFC South race gets tighter and tighter. But I got the Saints, being the ones to pull ahead of the Atlanta Falcons here, completing a season sweep of the Falcons. Final score on this one, I got them winning it, 19-14. Atlanta always finds a way to keep it close, so I think that's a reasonable score. Following that, you got the Giants at the Commanders. I think the Commanders just look a lot better right now than the New York Giants. I know they're both 7-5-1 going into it. But the Giants, they've been struggling. I don't think the Giants are going to make the playoffs. The Commanders, they look more like a team that can make the playoffs. Will they actually finish it off and make it to the playoffs? I have no idea. But right now, their defense looks better. I think their offense looks better. And I mean, it's got to be demoralizing if you're the Giants. Like, you haven't won a divisional game yet. You're 0-3-1 against the division. I think you dropped to 0-4-1 on the road here against the Commanders. Final score in this one, I got them winning it 24-14. Next up, we got the Eagles at the Bears. Oh, man, dude. I love Fields. I really do. I really do love Fields, and I like what the Bears are doing offensively. But defensively, they're not stopping Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to throw for like 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, rush for like 100, and rush for a touchdown. The Eagles should absolutely smash the Bears' defense. But the Bears offensively, I think, can make plays, put up some points. But at the end of the day, I think it's just a slugfest for the Philadelphia Eagles. I got them winning this one 42-20. And I say 42 because I'm pretty sure... No, wait. Did I say 4 touchdowns or 5? I think I said 4, actually. So we'll trim it down 38-10. I'm sorry, 38-20. 38-20 Eagles. Wow. Next up, we got the Titans at the Chargers. I think the Chargers end up winning this one, but I think this is going to be a pretty close game. I think the Chargers, with how their defense played last week, it gives me confidence to pick them again, even though I know this is a much different Titans team than what, the Dolphins are. Like, it's a much different team than the Tennessee Titans, but I think the Los Angeles Chargers, they are more than capable of beating this team. The Titans, they're struggling right now. 3 straight losses, including a bad loss to the Jags. I don't know what it is, though. It just seems like every time I pick the Titans to win, they lose. So maybe I just need to not pick the Titans this week, and maybe they'll get a win. If they get a win, you should be thanking me, Titans fans, because for the last 3 weeks, I've picked you guys to win, and y'all have let me down. Chargers, I think you guys win this game. Chargers, you guys put up a lot of points offensively. Chargers, I think you can do enough, even though I think Derrick Henry is going to just ground and pound your rear ends. Chargers end up winning this game 28-20. Next up, we got the Patriots at the Raiders. I think the Patriots win this one. I don't like Josh McDaniels in this situation. I think it's going to be another close game, but I think that Patriots defense is going to be too much for the Raiders to handle. Plus, the Raiders don't really have that great of a defense, and the Raiders losing to the Rams like that just doesn't give me a lot of confidence in them. But the Patriots, they did beat Arizona's backup, so we'll get to Arizona in just a second. But, yeah, I'm not really feeling too confident about this game for the Raiders, but I think the Patriots find a way to get the job done here. Final score of this one, I'm going to call it 20-14. Next up, we get the Cardinals at the Broncos. Oh, my God. This is going to be the game of the week. The Broncos defense to me is really the only one that stands out. This is probably going to be a battle of backup quarterbacks, as Russell Wilson's probably not going to play this game. I think the Broncos defense is going to do enough to get the job done. I think offensively, the Broncos, they are a little more sound now that Kyler Murray's out of the picture. I don't like the quarterback for Colt McCoy. I mean, unless the Cardinals want to put in Trace McSorley, then I don't think the Cardinals have a chance. That's a joke. That's a total joke, by the way. Trace McSorley is an internet meme, internet sensation. But he's the best sensation. I think the Broncos end up winning this one. It's going to be an ugly, low-scoring game. I don't think too many people are going to watch this one. I'm not going to lie. I might not watch a whole lot of this one. Even if I do get off of work, in time to watch this, I probably won't watch a whole lot of it. I get the Broncos winning this one. I don't know. I guess like 18-13? I don't know. It's going to be a weird score. It's not that fun of a game, I guess. Then next up, I'm pretty sure Bengals-Buccaneers is the Sunday night game. I got the Bengals winning this one. The reason I have the Bengals winning this game is just for the simple fact that they're a more complete team. Not only that, they're pretty much the hottest team right now. At this moment in time, the Bengals, they're on a 5-game winning streak right now. They sit at 9-4, and I can't really see, Oh, I'm sorry, Giants-Commanders is the Sunday night game. My bad. This whole thing is out of order. It's out of order. It's weird. This thing is out of order. It's playing mind games with me. It's mind effing me, if you will. This is the Sunday night game. The Commanders, I think, should be able to win. But anyways, I got the Bengals winning. I think their offense should be able to do good. I think if Brock Purdy can play well against the Buccaneers, I think Joe Burrow and the Bengals with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd should be able to get the job done. Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine, it doesn't matter who the running back is. The Bengals are going to slice and dice them through the air anyways. I get the Bengals winning this game by quite a bit. I got them winning at 28-12 or 28-13, whatever you want to call it. I don't think this should really be close, at all. The Buccaneers, even if they were like last year's Buccaneers, I'd probably give it to Tampa, but they're not last year's Bucks. They're this year's Bucks. And so with that, I got the Bengals winning. And last but not least, you got Baker Mayfield and the Rams going to play Aaron Rodgers and the Packers on Monday night. Rams, they pulled off a miracle comeback out of their rear ends, despite the fact that Baker Mayfield was only on the team for like 2 days at the time. Meanwhile, for the Packers, coming off of a bye, and they're most recently coming off of their win against the Chicago Bears. Neither team, I think, is really poised to make the playoffs. Actually, I think if the Packers win this game, they might be able to keep their playoff. They'll be able to keep their playoff hopes alive, at least somewhat alive. And the Packers fans can say, "Hey, we're not dead," at least for another week. But no, I think the Green Bay Packers, they take care of business here. It's a home game. It'll probably end up being very cold, and I don't think the Rams will be able to hang. I got the Packers winning this game 24-23. Actually, yeah. I think the Rams will be able to hang because both these teams aren't all that great. So 23-17, I think, is going to be the final. I think Rodgers is a relatively nice game. Mayfield makes some plays, but overall, I think the Packers end up taking this one over the LA Rams. And I think that's about it. I think that's just about every game that I got. Let me know what you guys think of these picks in the comments below. Do you agree with any of these picks? Do you disagree with any of these picks? Do any picks baffle you? What team would you be most shocked by if they won? Let me know all that in the comments below. But yeah, with that being said, you guys, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and click that notification bell to get all the latest news on all my latest content. And with that being said, you guys, I'll see you on the other side. Peace.